Hello, this is Mirage, also known as Tony, and this video is going to be looking at a motif, and you could call it imagery in Blade's lyrics, that is recurring, I would say, and that is the image of a safe house. If you're new here and you like seeing this stuff, you like seeing analysis of Blade, Drainism, hit a like, make sure to subscribe. Hoping to be doing more of this. Sorry I haven't uploaded in a while, but let's hop right into the video. So what is a safe house, right? So the first mention of it is in Glue, and this is the only specific mention of a safe house, right? So I'm talking about the idea of a safe house is recurring, but if you're just talking about specifically a safe house, that's going to be in Glue. And so what does Blade say? Blade says 10 years of solitude made me independent. He also starts talking about shield protection, right? So what is this safe house? What is this shield? Well, to break it down, you really have to understand Blade in terms of his evolution, right? He has always had spiritual influence in his music, right? You can even see it here, where he says, "Don't cross me like Jesus," He says t-shirt true religion. It's kind of a play on words there. So what does this all mean, right? What is a safe house, My understanding is that when Blade feels like he's in a dark moment, or he feels like his sins are weighing on him, he feels like the world is weighing on him, he feels alone, 10 years of solitude, he feels alone. Where does he go? He retreats to his safe house, and it's like this special place in his mind where he's where he has the protection of faith and the protection of grace, right? And I don't think this is a stretch, right? If we look at the Cold Visions album cover, it says shielded by grace, so that's being very clear, what the Shield gang actually means, right? But not to get sidetracked, I just think that it's important to understand what Blade means when he says that him and his posse are part of Shield gang, right? It means they've taken this faith, this spiritual understanding, and they've let it create a heaven on earth for them, almost, right? A place of protection, a place where they can retreat to when they're alone, when they're lost, right? So that is the safe house, right? And when you look at Crest, I think that's where you see the realization of what the safe house actually is, right? Because Crest is Blade's most, I would say, spiritual album, most heavenly album, for sure, right? And so, and there's no mention of any type of safe house in the lyrics of the Crest album. They're just talking about being spiritually enlightened and connected all throughout the lyrics of that album, Blade and Echo 2K. And so that's kind of the connection I want y'all to see here, is that the safe house that Blade is talking about in Glue, which to summarize is the place of, I would say, spiritual retreatment that he goes to when he needs to disconnect from the world. That's why it says 10 years of solitude, right? this place that he retreats to, this safe house, is the safe house, is the house that's in the Crest album cover. That's what I want to make clear. That's my understanding, right? And kind of like to further jump off of this, Blade exits a safe house in Reality Surf, right? And you could be like, oh, this is a stretch. Why would the house be a red house, right? In like this garden, you know? And it's like in this garden, and if you like continue down the video, it's almost like a Garden of Eden, because he meets this evil spirit right here, right? And then he gets taken up by this evil entity, but with a smile, and that's actually how he achieves, you could call it like enlightenment, maybe, you know, or salvation, if you want to go that far. So all I'm trying to say is that you need to like really think about the images that Blade is providing you, not only in the lyrics, but also in the videos and also in the album work, right? Because you can really connect a lot of his motifs. This is just one I'm talking about here, and it's this idea of a safe house, right? It's this place where you are literally shielded by grace, you know? Your connection, your faith is unfroze, you know, if you want to use another Blade lyric from Real Spring. Your faith becomes unfroze when you retreat to this place. Now it's, and that's the interesting thing, is it's like a mental place, but through the lyrics, through the imagery, it becomes physical, you know, and that's like the magic of Blade's art, is that he's showing you that just because it's in your mind, and you have to be in your mind, right? Be in your mind is a song from Exeter. But once you are in your mind, you can achieve this spiritual enlightenment, right? And you can escape to the safe place, this safe house, you know, and this safe house, it's like an escape from all the sorrows of the world, all the suffering, you know. It's like a paradise of sort in your mind, right? So that's the kind of big thing I wanted to touch on in this video. I will say another interesting thing is, if you go to Ice Dancer, he has a song called Special Place. Now what's interesting about this Special Place, I would say this is like slightly different from a safe house, it seems, because it's very dark, but perhaps it's an interpolation of that motif. Perhaps it's saying, like, you know, this place where I'm separated from the world and I'm by myself, like, it could be beautiful, you know, and it could be heavenly, but perhaps it could also be dark, and there could be a blood moon and black walls, and he can't see anything, you know. So there's an idea here where if you're separating yourself, but you're have that upward aim, right, or you're achieving, you know, spiritual enlightenment, you can actually grow, you know. And that's what we see in Reality Surf. He exits the safe house, you know, and comes up to heaven, the gates of heaven, right? So he's able to use this this place that he's created in his mind to this mental heaven into an actual heaven. Like, he's able to transcend. So that's kind of the analog of that, or the antithesis is kind of in the song Special Place, where it's like a blood moon and black walls, but he's calling it his special place, like it's dark, you know. Right. So yeah, that was a big thing I wanted to talk about. Please, if you guys enjoyed this video or have thoughts on this particular motif and what it means to you, I think it's open-ended. This is just the connections that I've made, being a Blade fan for a long time. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and I hope to come out with more stuff in the future. Alright, take care.